Dear friends, in this tutorial, let me show how to architect the EC2 instances, subnets, VPC, Internet Gateway, NAT Gateway, router, Elastic IP, EC2. So this is very important session and you will learn how to architect a landscape in AWS. Maybe this is the simplest one, but these many will be involved in real time. So I will teach you how to draw an architecture diagram and how to establish the connections and everything. Once this session is over, let us do a practical in the next session also. So I will post that to the tutorial also, but this is very important to understand the architecture. So first let me start with this architecture. So first what do we have? So once you have an account in AWS, so you have the AWS cloud with you. Okay. So let me build the AWS cloud. So I have got the account. So let me put it here. So I got it. Okay. So we have the AWS cloud now. Under this, what will be there? So for your company, a virtual private cloud should be there. Virtual private cloud is nothing but consider it as a data center for you on the cloud. Okay. So let me do put the VPC in the Amazon cloud. So we have AWS cloud, under that VPC is there. So under VPC, different subnets you can assign so that the access can be restricted. Like a private subnet, there should not be any internet access, and public subnet, there should be internet access. So let us say, like databases and all, you should not expose it to the internet. Okay. So let me build a private subnet. Let me draw the private subnet. Okay. And let me take a public subnet also. Let me put is public subnet also. I have to select this one only. I have put the public subnet also. Okay. So what do we have now? AWS Cloud, under that VPC, under that I have built public subnet and private subnet. Let me decrease the size so that yeah. So now what happens is you have should be having internet gateway to access the internet. So we have to build an internet gateway. And attach it to the VPC. So let's attach it to the VPC. Okay. Then we should have some NAT gateway. So what's the purpose of NAT gateway? I will tell you. It's a network address translator. So what's the purpose? I can tell you at later point. Let's build a NAT gateway. and assigned to the public subnet. Okay, so internet gateway and NAT gateway both assigned to the public subnet. This is done. Then we should have a router. We should have a router to route your traffic. Am I correct? How come this router? Let me put it here. So router. Okay, so to divert your traffic and everything, router should be there. Don't worry if at all you are not understanding. I will go through each of them. Then you should have EC2 instance. Let us say on the private subnet, I have EC2 instance. And one more EC2 instance on the public side also. Okay, so we have private subnet, one EC2 instance, and public subnet, EC2 instance. So this is EC2 instance, and this is one more EC2 instance. Okay, and elastic IP address to be attached to your NAT gateway. So elastic IP address you should have. So internet. So from internet you should be able to access. Okay. Let me put in here. So you are accessing the system through internet. Okay. And some users should access your EC2 system. Let us set the private EC2 instance. Okay. So this is the overall diagram that we can talk about. And there is one more concept, routing tables. I will explain you now. And I should define for this router, two routing tables. Okay. So whenever traffic comes from public subnet 000, that means internet. So if at all this EC2 is accessing internet, I should say that it should go to the internet gateway. Okay. If it and one private route table which is attached to the private subnet, and whenever this EC2 is accessing internet, it should go to the NAT gate. Okay, yeah, this is the flow. Okay, I have architected the diagram, but do you understand how it goes? The request goes. Let us see that. Okay, so let us say this public EC2 is there. Okay, let me copy this diagram. Control V. Okay, so this EC2, let us say it is accessing the internet. So from I logged into this EC2 instance, I open a browser or a command to open the internet. What should happen? So if at all that this is in public subnet, so this has access to the internet. So the request goes to where router, and the router has a rule. Router This router has a rule for public RT. What is that? If at all something comes, it should go to the internet. So from router, it should go to the internet. And what internet gateway does? It's a facing of the your internet. So request goes to the internet. So if at all it is in public subnet, it's able to access the internet easily. Okay, you understand? Again, and let me explain. If at all this EC2 instance is in public subnet, okay, and it checks for the router. So router checks for the routing table. If at all routing table, so whatever this 0.0.0.0 by 0 means internet. So if at all a request comes to access this IP range, it says that you should go to the internet gateway. And from internet gateway, it can access the internet. This is as simple as that. Okay. Now, let us say this Amazon EC2 instance is in private. Is it private internet exposure to EC2 instance exposure to internet? No. So if at all I open a browser on this EC2 instance and access the internet, or else from programmatic, or else a command, what should happen? So it doesn't have any access. So it asks router, I want to access internet. So what should happen now? So it access router. So in router, we have a route. In that route table there is an entry. So if at all a request comes from this EC2 private subnet, anything in this private subnet that accessing this internet, it is saying that no need of coming to me, go to the NAT gate. So the request flows to the where? So the request goes to the NAT gate. Okay. Okay. So where is the NAT gateway? In public subnet. And public subnet again asks router what to do. So in the public RT, we have mentioned a rule. Internet gateway, this whenever this NAT gateway accesses internet, it should go to the internet gateway. So the request goes to the internet gateway. From internet gateway, it goes to the internet. Okay. So until now, what I explained, how a private public instance, EC2 instance or anything accesses the internet, and second thing, how a private EC2 instance in private instance accesses the internet. Okay, this is more common feature. Like let us say database is there. Can we expose it to internet? We can't. For security purposes and all, we can't, because the chances of hacking and everything is more. So we should not expose that. Instead, that it should go if at all. But the there should be a need, like a EC2 instance, Linux instance, or something is there. How you apply patches? How to access the patches? For all those reasons, it should be able to get the latest patches and everything. So internet should be established. For that we use a NAT gateway in between and access the internet. Okay. So this is our. Let me go to the. So until now, what we are uh, talking about, how these EC2 instances, from these EC2 instances in private subnet or public subnet, access the internet. Okay. But next one is how users can access the EC2 instance. Okay. Users can access EC2 instance if at all that is there in public subnet. It can directly access this using public domain. Okay. And if you want to this EC2 instance private, which is in private subnet, this is only accessible in this VPC, okay, in this virtual private cloud. So it's not exposed to others. There are multiple ways, but for our purpose, for this tutorial purpose, let us say it can't access the, we can't access this private EC2 directly. So for that reason, this EC2 whatever is called Bastion instance. So first I will log into this Bastion instance, and from then onwards, uh, I can SSH this one, okay. And from PuTTY, like Linux instances, you can forward the key also. This is how. So the users first log into EC2 instance, and this EC2 has the access for all the resources on this VPC, and it can access the EC2 instance. So this is the way uh, the AWS architecture works, and let us see the practical in next session. Thank you.